10 years ago, IPS had a vision that an Aboriginal-owned consultancy could lead, change and create opportunities on a national scale. Over the past 10 years, IPS has evolved from an idea into a national consultancy with an agency for change.
IPS really began as an idea between myself and Damien. We were working for another Indigenous business delivering a project which we had won under the Indigenous procurement policy. And we saw the potential for Indigenous businesses.
We were working really well on that project, and Katina was brave enough to say one day, hey, do you want to think about starting a business together?
The vision that we had at the beginning of IPS was to create opportunities for Indigenous people to be consultants. We felt that Indigenous people were really excluded from that sector and that they were some of the most consulted people on earth, but not employed as consultants. We wanted to create pathways in the professional services sector for Indigenous people.
It was more about the people and how we want people to be able to come in and really go and challenge to change how things are done out there in a more impactful way.
We had to fight to survive. It was many years of spending all weekend writing tenders every evening. Damien and I both worked other jobs. We didn't take a salary from IPS until at least their business had been around about 2 years. Our vision statement is creating better futures, and we see that as creating better futures for our clients, our communities, and also Indigenous people.
Our work spans across 2 service areas, namely programs and consulting. Together, they combine leadership development, workforce transformation, business capability, and First Nations advisory expertise into a single integrated model.
My name is Cameron Wood. I'm one of the executive directors and head of consulting.
Our consulting services bring together deep cultural and evidence-based insight to help organisations create meaningful, measurable change.
Today we've just headed off from Fitzroy Crossing and we're heading into Halls Creek. We're meeting with the local community to basically talk about challenges that face youth today and go into places like Banksia Hill and the proposed new facility and how we can bring that voice to the table about what would make it a more culturally safe space. This is one of the challenging parts of doing community engagement out in these parts, because the reception drops in and out, but gives us opportunity to disconnect a little bit and take in the beautiful country we've got around us.
Some of kids have mental issues, watching kids get locked up, like being handed roughly from the cops. Now I'm not showing that affection towards how they feel in general. Instead of roughing, they maybe talk to them, ask them what's going on, why is doing it.
Do you think a lot of that sits with the staff and how the skill sets that they have?
The kids got dementia, and when they really up, they're calling home and crying, and I don't like it, or I don't like it, they're bullying me or whatever. So yeah, so it's just sad to see that.
This work that we're doing all goes towards the final report that we're compiling for the Department of Justice, and we'll develop the best practice and recommendations that are going to go towards influencing the design of the new detention facility.
Before they get let out, ask them if they need any support. We've got a lot of resources, but sometimes it doesn't go far. I think what you guys are doing very good for the kids, something better than being in a detention.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Through our First Nations advisory, we walk alongside clients to design and deliver genuine reconciliation strategies, from RAP implementation to community engagement and cultural competency programs that build understanding and respect.
Over the last 10 years, IPS have won a number of awards. Our first major awards, I think, were winning Supply Nation's Certified Supplier of the Year award in 2018 and 2019. That was really significant for us to be recognised. And those awards are also for promoting supply diversity. They're not just about being a great business, it's also about what are you doing to engage the community and help other Aboriginal people and other Indigenous businesses.
It's a very delicate balance between things like commerciality and ownership in community, but that unique piece around First Nations culture and engagement within the business and making sure we're authentic continues to be an opportunity to grow.
My name is Jackie Graham. I am the training manager here on the Bunbury Outer Ring Road project. The Yakadanju program is our employment initiative that we have created for the Bunbury Outer Ring Road. It takes unemployed job seekers through a series of opportunities to upskill in the civil construction industry.
My name's Troy Albert and I'm a participant of the Yakadanju course. The course involves going to TAFE, one of the exciting parts, and also on site getting onto the machines and just being hands-on.
So through the program we've had 60% female participation, and we've also had a similar 60% First Nations participation, and we've had about 140 people graduate the program to date.
My aim in civil construction is probably look at occupational health and safety officer. So much opportunities, that's why I'm not too sure which one I'm going to pick at the moment. I've just been enjoying this course, and yeah, just the confidence it gives me and meeting new people.
Programs like this get to provide a legacy to our community, and it provides people the opportunity to enter into employment that they may have never considered before, and it's a really important opportunity for people to be involved in.
I'm Brenton, I work for IPS and I'm a mentor here at the CTF program.
As part of workforce transformations, the IPS mentorship program is delivered by an experienced team that develops relationships with mentees based on trust and transparency.
We now have access to over 305 students across the entire CTF scholarship that about 7 of us mentors now speak to the students and provide a program.
Alright, we're going to go into the workshop today. So this is where we've been building all of our projects. My favourite part of what I learnt was probably using a coil gun on work experience.
So there's a lot of unspoken anxieties around moving from sort of essentially childhood then into adulthood and getting a job. So they come to a new place, like starting a new school, so they don't know where to go, they're not into a routine, they don't know how to act and behave.
When I first met Brenton, I felt like I had someone that I could talk to and relate to in the workplace. And I just knew that he was there for me. When I was younger, my mother always wanted me to be a carpenter. She wants me to build her a house because she doesn't have a house, so.
We find out where they are mentally, which I think has probably been incredibly important because we get to hear the stories of it's going great, life's fantastic, all the way down to having troubles at home, or I can't even get here for some of the students, whether it be public transport issues, or their parents won't drive them, or there's issues at home, broken families. It's really rewarding on our part, but yeah, we're seeing already the huge impact of numbers staying in, which is what CTF naturally want. They want people to finish the course.
Delivered in conjunction with the training and employment programs, the mentoring team supports individuals at different life stages, equipping them with the skills and confidence to succeed.
Yeah, I will. I've got to build her a house, apparently.
With the sector, the intent around the policy frameworks is bang on, which is around participation, access, simpler ways of contracting First Nations businesses. I think the piece that's a bit more challenging is how, as a non-First Nations person, you feel like you can contribute in an authentic way.
I don't think there's been a more important time in Australia to really mature allyship, and for us as allies to step in and step up. Being an ally to my colleagues, not to talk on behalf of, but to amplify voices.
Putting Aboriginal ways of knowing, being and doing at the forefront is critical, as it provides that pathway and that safe avenue to be able to have those conversations and break down those barriers that exist within the Western construct.
We also wanted to create opportunities for equity ownership in the business. We wanted to help people grow their economic capacity as well as their professional capacity.
Of our top 11 positions in IPS, 7 of them are filled by First Nations people. We're majority owned by First Nations peoples, and we're also majority female owned.
It was a fantastic career path and opportunity that was put forward in front of me from the moment I walked into IPS. Navigating this space to try to create education opportunities and create those avenues where we can walk together.
Being a proud Aboriginal woman, I was always told that my career progression, he saw me leading a team within 6 years. I'll always be grateful for IPS and really be part of the ownership of IPS.
It's interesting to see that we have actually delivered on that promise that we had in the beginning, that we would train Aboriginal people, we would offer them opportunities and consultants.
We're immensely proud of the 10 years of journey. The business has evolved and changed and challenged how we think and do things.
In the first year, I never imagined that it would be more than just Damien, myself, and maybe 1 or 2 other people.
If you look at the scale today, I think we're somewhere around 70 people. We have people in nearly every state or territory.
We've really lived up to the values or the purpose that we set out with, and I think we've actually achieved way more than we ever expected.
As we celebrate 10 years of creating better futures, we look ahead to our new horizon of creating meaningful pathways for First Nations people, businesses and communities.